Now at 6, how Southeast Kansas Fire Department is changing its firefighter schedule for the first time in 40 years. Plus, Missouri's Attorney General signs a letter warning pharmacy chains against mailing so-called abortion pills to residents of the state. And it's National Signing Day. We're going to learn which local high school athletes are moving on to the collegiate level.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
More fire stations in the 4 states are moving from 24-hour shifts to a new and what they say is more effective schedule. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. KOAM's Amber Jenkins has more.
The Neodesha Fire Department is making department history by changing the work schedules for firefighters for the first time since 1980. Firefighters will now work 48 hours and get 96 hours off per week.
It allows staff members to not only not have to pick up a full shift if somebody were to be sick or on vacation, but the employees can divide it between themselves.
The change in schedule is a solution to curb overtime and budgetary issues.
He would not only have to pick up the 24 hours working, but he would also have to pick up the 24 hours of call time. So a lot of time it wasn't very convenient, especially people with children at home.
With this new schedule, Neodesha Fire Department is able to have 4 personnel on shift rather than their usual 2. And firefighters are able to truly decompress after a stressful week.
Everybody's meshing very well, and we got our morning duties done in a fraction of the time because we had more people to help.
With 6 kids and a fiance, Firefighter Fur is thankful for the new schedule.
The time with your family, it gives you such a balance that you look forward to both. You look forward to coming in here because you had that time with your family. You feel fulfilled at home. Even
though this is a big adjustment for the department, they're proud to serve the community more effectively while enjoying a healthy home life. Reporting in Neodesha, Amber Jenkins, KOAM News.
The Neodesha Fire Department's new schedule started on Monday. Missouri has signed onto a letter with 19 other state attorneys general warning CVS and Walgreens they could face legal consequences if they sell so-called abortion pills by mail in those states. Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey says the sale of the pills by mail would violate federal law and the state's abortion laws. Bailey didn't specify what legal action he would take, but said he would, quote, enforce the laws as written. Oklahoma and Arkansas have also signed on to that warning letter. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy for a first look at the weather.
Well, of course, it's been another cold day across the region, but at least a little bit warmer than what we have seen over the past couple days. A lot of clouds across the region. You can even see a little bit of snow, which is popping up on the radar all the way through northwest Arkansas up toward Branson. This is not reaching the ground, and I think most of us will stay dry. Maybe our southern counties may get a little bit of light sleet later on tonight, kind of down in northwestern Arkansas, but most of this in southern Oklahoma starting to reach the ground, and then we have just this ongoing ice storm all the way down through Texas. Now, most of this is going to stay just to our south. The main effect we are going to see is going to be the clouds as we go through the overnight hours tonight. Plus, it's going to be cold, upper 20s to near 30 right now. We're going to continue to slide back all the way down into lower 20s later on tonight. We do start to warm things back up. We're going to look at that here in just a bit.
All right, we'll see you soon. A man is dead, another injured after a car crash in Wilson County, Kansas yesterday. Happened on U.S. Route 400 southwest of Fredonia. Kansas State Police report that James White Jr. of Parsons was driving east on 400 when he crossed the center line. The other vehicle, driven by a man from Larned, Kansas, was headed west. Troopers say the second driver tried to avoid the collision by getting into the other lane. However, White's vehicle crossed back into those lanes and they hit head-on. An Oklahoma Highway Patrol dash cam yesterday caught the moment a semi-truck crashed onto the other side of Interstate 40 near the town of Gore. The Highway Patrol said the conditions were, quote, slick and hazardous, and the semi-driver was ticketed for traveling at a speed not reasonable and proper for the road conditions. No one was injured in this accident. A new local Christian school is now enrolling in Joplin. Pleasantville Christian School is an elementary school that serves students from pre-K to 6th grade. The school will focus on all core content with a biblical aspect, social and emotional health, and will integrate the 1776 curriculum that focuses on civics and American history.
There's a lot of changes happening in education right now, and there's not a lot of opportunities for families to have different choices for their student, to send their students. And so as we started this journey, the leadership team, we decided that now is the time to be able to provide that opportunity for our students and the community.
The school is set to open in the fall of this year. Coming up, why the state of Kansas is asking homeowners to apply for financial assistance as soon as possible. And we're going to check out a Southeast Kansas business getting in the Super Bowl spirit by creating Chiefs-themed merchandise. The state of Kansas is asking homeowners in need of financial assistance to apply now, since a federal program is going to end soon. The Kansas Homeowner Assistance Fund was created to support homeowners struggling financially during the pandemic. The program is federally funded, and most of those funds have already been handed out. Once they receive enough applications to finish off the remaining funds, they're going to start closing it down. If you're at least 30 days past due on mortgage and/or property tax payments, you might be able to receive some assistance. Another Kansas assistance program has been closed. The state has officially shut down the Emergency Rental Assistance Program. It was also federally funded and handed out more than $290 million in relief to more than 82,000 Kansans. Officials say the program helped prevent thousands of evictions and utility disconnections during the pandemic. Supernova Creations in Baxter Springs, Kansas is just one of a whole lot of small businesses that have been busy making Chiefs and, Eagles themed merchandise. Those include tumblers and clothes and jewelry and a lot more. Jessica Moore is busy with her online sales and small booths in local shops.
I really like the Chiefs. My husband's a big Chiefs fan. He's now a big Sky Moore fan because obviously our last name's Moore. So we've been sporting the Sky Moore jerseys and the Travis Kelce jerseys.
Hey, the more merchandise, the better. Moore says Friday is the last day to order merchandise if you want it by the Super Bowl. A little bit later, we're going to hear from several local high school athletes signing on to the collegiate level.
Well, it's another cold night for us tonight, but we do start to warm things back up. We're going to check that out coming up. Well, of course, it turned out to be another cold one for us today. A lot of clouds, but at least we're inching upward as we did get at least to the freezing mark for most of us today. High temps right around 32 degrees. It looks good. Here's Indigo Sky Casino and Resort, of course, Indigo, just outside of Seneca, Missouri. All right, it's cooling down. We're down to 29 Nevada. We're sitting at 28 in Monette, 30 at Grand Lake. Independence is checking in at about 30 degrees. But the Arctic air, it's starting to retreat. You can see it's all the way into the 20s, all the way down through parts of Texas. But this is really going to moderate temperature-wise as we go through the next few days, which is good. It's going to be nice to warm up a bit. Cold tonight. We drop back eventually all the way down to about 24. We're going to keep the clouds around all night long as we have a storm system passing by just to our south. You can see some echoes, snow popping up near Branson, not reaching the ground. But we are going to see, if you look at the radar through the overnight hours tonight, it may look like it's snowing out there, but it's not reaching the ground. Now, you go a little bit farther south, once you get down into southeastern Oklahoma, that is where it is reaching the ground. Now, some of this may actually get into our very far southern counties, maybe Delaware County, maybe Benton County later on tonight with some very light sleep, but most of us are going to stay dry as this entire system just kind of skirts on by. Just to the south, but this has been a major problem for the southern plains. A lot of ice, Dallas, all the way through southern Oklahoma and parts of Arkansas. Let's go west. Storm systems stacking up. They don't make it here for a while, but it will give us some weather action late next week and then into Super Bowl weekend. Until then, we actually get some pretty good conditions. All right, it's going to be cold tonight. So here's midnight, mid-20s. You can see a little bit of pink trying to pop up far southern counties. We drop back to about 24, 25 degrees by morning. As we go through the day, we get more sunshine. Partly sunny by noon, right around 40, and then we get mostly sunny skies late in the day. Fort Scott, 47, Neosho about 43, Veneta, 45, about 46 in Parsons, so at least we're starting to warm up. Still going to be cold tonight, tomorrow night. Wind switch out of the north. We drop back 19 or 20. Friday, we get sunshine, but temperatures a little bit cooler. High temps right around 40 degrees, but at least better than what we have seen. 25 in the morning, 39 by noon. High temp 45. We'll back to about 44 by 5 p.m. As we go into the weekend, it gets much better. Look at this. 50s on Saturday. We are going to have a lot of clouds. We push 60 on Sunday. It's going to be windy. We have a cold front that's going to slide through on Monday. This may give us a random shower late Monday, but it's really the storm system after this that I want to watch and see exactly how it tracks out. So this is Thursday. This could give us rain, possibly over to snow. We could get some colder air behind it. We'll have to keep our eyes on that. That is still over a week away. 45 tomorrow, 41 on Friday, 52 Saturday, 60 on Sunday. So the weekend's going to be fantastic. 64 on Monday, back into the 50s Tuesday and Wednesday, and then rain, maybe snow chances Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of next week.
A lot of precipitation of various sorts possibly in the days
Yeah, that's
ahead.
what we get around here.
I guess so. Thanks, Doug. Still ahead, local high school standouts signed today to continue their football careers at the next level. Jacob Leonard joins us with signing day coverage from Joplin, Webb City, Pittsburgh, and more. That's coming up.
Well, today is Football National Signing Day. All across the area, local players signed today to continue their careers at the college level. And we got a lot of different stops, but we're starting at Joplin High School, where today 5 student athletes signed to move on to the next level. Now, 4 of those 5 will play football in college. Luke Gunn signs to play at Bethel College. Wide receiver Terrence Gibson is going the JUCO route to play at Independence Community College. And pretty cool here, brothers Drew and Draven Van Gilder. They've been together their whole lives. They're going to stay together, both signing today to play at Truman State University.
It's unbelievable to have someone that you've grown up with to be on the same level as you and have the same intensity and competitiveness as you do, and it's just incredible how much we're able to push each other.
I think it's really cool that we get to do that because I think in both of our heads it's us always wanting to be the best. You know, one of us wanting to be better than the other, better than the guy next to us. I think it really developed the mentality of us wanting to be the best that we can really be.
At Pittsburgh High School, 3 football players signed today to continue their careers in college. All 3 of them are going Division II, and all 3 will play in the MIAA. And Jackson McKechnie is headed to Emporia State. McKechnie is an all-state punter for the Purple Dragons. Now, the other 2 guys are going to stay teammates. J.J. White and Jackson Turnbull are joining the football program at Fort Hays State. Turnbull actually going to be a 2-sport athlete for the Tigers and play baseball as well.
My first year there is to kind of juggle both the sports and figure out how I'm going to handle that. And hopefully by the end of my playing career, I'm all-conference player. That's what I'm shooting for.
They got a lot of plans going forward, just all sorts of new things being built, things being added on, new facilities. It was awesome. The visit out there was great. They took care of us. It was awesome.
On the 14th, I went there on official visit, and it was just insane. Players there were awesome, coaching staff. I could tell that I was wanted there, you know. It was something like you could feel in the room, walked in there, so it was exciting to be there.
Massive signing day today in Lamar with 9 seniors signing this afternoon. 3 of them are going to play football. Cameron Sturgill signs today to play at Missouri S&T in Rolla, Missouri. Now, the other 2 guys are going to stay teammates with Austin Wilkerson and Joel Beshore, also going to the GLVC, signing to play for Southwest Baptist.
I really just think the environment there, I got along with all the coaches. The coaches bring a lot of energy, and it just looked like a fun place to go to, and I really liked it.
You know, the coaches, since the day one, I kind of knew where I wanted to go, so the coaching staff and everything else like that, you know, it kind of felt like home. You know, they've got great culture and great atmosphere there, and they're building something, so I definitely wanted to be a part of that.
So I chose the school because it had the best academics for me. It had the major that I wanted, and throughout my recruiting process, I felt like these coaches and the players were the most genuine to me, and it just felt like home.
In Webb City, like every year, the Cardinals have a big signing day group. 7 Webb City seniors signed today, with 4 of those moving on to play football at the next level. Now, Trey Rhodes Going to be a two-sport athlete signing to William Jewell football and track and field. Linebacker William Wolf staying local. He's going to go play for Pittsburgh State. Offensive lineman Tom Mouser signs today to play at Missouri S&T. And Lucas Ott gets a Division I opportunity. He'll be heading to Jonesboro, Arkansas to play for Arkansas State.
Primarily long snapper in the long run. I think for the first year maybe try to work me in at defensive end or linebacker or one of the two, but in the end definitely long snapper.
I chose S&T because I love the people there I've met so far, and I really like the atmosphere, and obviously the academics are great there. But overall, yeah, that's it.
In Southeast Kansas, we have a pair of CNC rivals who will be teaming up in college to play for the Pittsburgh State Gorillas. In Frontenac, Mario Mangini signs today to stay home and play for PSU. Now, Mangini can do it all really, but he's signing to play safety for the Gorilla defense. He's an all-state player for Frontenac. Had 1,300 plus scrimmage yards and 16 touchdowns last year on offense. 56 tackles, a pick, and a fumble recovery on defense. Now here he is on getting his shot to play for his hometown team.
I've been to all the games, all home games mostly since I can remember. So I think just being in that atmosphere is going to feel amazing. The facilities, the coaches, kind of set a high standard over the years, so I think it was just an easy choice for me.
Joining him at Pittsburgh State is Girard standout Luke Nigaman. He's 6'3", 200 pounds, and will convert from quarterback to tight end for PSU. He's led Girard to a 20-2 overall record the last 2 years, winning 2 district titles, 2 regional championship, and he's a playmaker. Nigaman threw for 900 yards and 7 scores last fall, picked up 600 yards and 12 touchdowns on the ground. Obviously, that is Mario Mangini, not Luke Nigaman. We're going to hear from Luke Nigaman right here tonight at 10. But today, busy day, signing day, obviously a lot of stops this afternoon.
What an exciting time it is for those athletes and their fans and their families and everybody at their school and their new schools as well.
No kidding.
We'll be right back. Take time now to honor a local veteran. Alfred Johnson served in the U.S. Army from 1941 to 1945. Farlington, Kansas native was stationed in Europe, and we salute Sergeant Alfred Johnson, a 4-state hero. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. We're going to have more on that new Christian school opening up in Joplin this year. Plus, how the Miami Public Library is working to partner with Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. And we'll check out an art light installation at Pitt State. Those stories and a lot more coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. As dead as a dodo, no more. The odd-looking flightless bird that's been extinct since the late 17th century, well, now a team of scientists wants to bring it back. This bold initiative will incorporate advances in ancient DNA sequencing, gene editing technology, and synthetic biology. Whatever that is, they hope the project will open up new techniques for bird conservation. Oh yeah, a dodo now, maybe a dinosaur tomorrow, maybe Jurassic Park next week, and then, you know, we're all running for our lives.
Yeah, it's pushing the limits a little bit, I think.
It's exciting technology.
Yes,
we'll
it
see
is.
where it leads. Looking at the weather technology, I know where that's leading. It's kind of chilly for a while.
We're going to have the clouds sticking around tonight. It's going to be cold. We drop back into lower 20s, but partly sunny tomorrow, high 45.
Final sports notes.
Check out more signing day coverage on our website. I'm walking out of this room in a few minutes to go with it all on the website. Check it out there.
Very good. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here at 10. Let's make it a great evening.